Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't want to make this video, but I have been harassed by somebody just because we had an argument about the ship I made on From the Depths. I called it a super cruiser, and he took the mickey out of me. And then he called me, which is quite disturbing. He called me just because I'm from Cornwall. I said I'm from Cornwall in UK. He called me an inbred freak whore. Yeah, that's that's sad for somebody, you to call somebody else that. That's sad. That shows how sad you are. Just because we had an argument, because I uploaded an image of what my ship looked like, and I called it a super cruiser, and he took the fucking Mickey out of me. Yeah. Um, I took great offense to that because I'm Cornish. I'm from Cornwall, and he called me an inbred freak whore. That's disgusting. And that shows how childish he is. Yeah. Um, I will admit, I did get fairly upset in the argument. Um, but I didn't use any racist slurs or anything like that. I did use a few swear words, but nothing major. But for him to call me that's disgusting. For him to call me a inbred freak whore, that is so wrong. And I'll actually, you know, an inbred bred freak. That's what he called. That's what he called me. And to show you exactly what he actually called me, go to. Oh yeah, no wonder you're such a perfect inbred freak. And then before that, he called me a. Where is it? He called me. Oh, it's here somewhere. He said, "Learn to speak the Queen's English, you whore." Like, what the fuck? Like, see, hang on. Can I copy message link? Can I actually. No, of course I can't. Fucking hell. I won't put his name or anything, but that's one of the things he said. And then the other thing was. Yeah, just. You have to be so sad to attack somebody like this. You have to be so fucking sad. And he loved it. He loved making fun of me. He loved calling me that. Jesus Christ, you have to be sad to do that. Just because we had a disagreement on, if it's a battle cruiser or super cruiser or a large cruiser. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, I got upset because a super cruiser is effectively a large cruiser with battleship caliber guns, but not all super cruisers have battleship caliber guns. Some of them have, guns that could be, as low as 270 millimeters in size, but they're still considered as super cruisers. Um, and the ship I made has 286 millimeter guns, 12 of them, 4 guns per turret, so there's 3 turrets. And I called it a super cruiser because it's basically a super cruiser. It doesn't have battleship armor, but it has more armor, slightly more armor than a heavy cruiser, and it has between battleship and heavy cruiser guns. Basically large or super cruiser guns. And I can actually show you what it is. This thing right here. This is my super cruiser, and normally a battleship would have quite thick armor, but this doesn't really have thick armor. And these are 286 millimeters, and there's 4 per turret, and it has a pretty odd layout. And I said, oh, this is a, super cruiser, bloody, bloody, blah, 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 what I said, so what? And that's where it all started. Hell broke fucking loose. The hell broke fucking loose. It just completely destroyed. Was it my fault that hell broke loose? Yes, it was. I blame myself because I did rage on. But was it my fault that that guy started to pick on me, make fun of me, and call me those things? No, it wasn't my fault. He first of all, he shouldn't have called me that. Before he called me that, I did block him because he was being quite rude. He was laughing at me, God knows what. And I blocked him. But of course, you can still see the messages. When that person he blocked posts a message, it says message hidden. Click here to show. And I would have a look at the messages to see what they are, and then I'll close them again. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to carry on doing this. I'll unblock him. And he was very hostile towards me. He was very negative about Britain. He was extremely negative about Cornwall. And he was very, very negative about the fact that I was from Cornwall, which really hurt me. Really, really hurt me. That disturbed me a lot when he called me a inbred freak and a whore just because I was Cornish. I may not be able to say some things right, but that is because I got a speech impediment. Most of you may not know that I do, but I do have a speech impediment, and I'm also autistic, and I'm epileptic, and I'm asthmatic. So before you start going around and start calling me, a whore or a freak, just because I'm Cornish, maybe you want to reconsider that and not call me that, because that's not exactly nice to call people a freak an inbred and a whore just because they're from a country or a county that you don't like. You don't do that. You really don't do that. You know, I may not like, you know, I don't mind Americans. I really don't. I love Americans. I love talking to them. And there's some Americans that I don't particularly get along with because, I've met them online or I've met them on the streets and, they've been rather ill, um, ill spoken. Um, but most Americans I've met, they are really nice. Really, really nice to talk to. And I love talking to Americans. I really do. I find their, everything about them to be fascinating. And I have no ill feelings towards Americans whatsoever. None. Of course, except for the, everything that, all the Americans have, you know, black spots in America, obviously, violence and all that. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that somebody verbally attacked me, called me a whore and an inbred freak just because I was from Cornwall. First of all, he probably doesn't even know what the fuck Cornwall is. Second of all, does he even know what a pasty is? And third of all, does he even know where the fuck Cornwall is in the UK? He probably fucking doesn't. Do I give a shit? Not really, but it did offend me that he did call me a inbred freak whore, which was nice and nice and warming. Fuck's sake. If he was from somewhere like, say, Spain, I wouldn't dream of calling him a inbred or freak. I wouldn't dream of doing that. If he's from Spain, he's from Spain. I mean, Spain is a lovely country. France is a lovely country. Germany is a lovely country with their music. France is nice with their wine. America is nice with their, learning about their navies or learning about their geovolcanic systems or learning about their weather. All these countries you can learn from. I don't have any ill feelings towards any country. I really don't. And yet, somebody online thought it would be funny to attack me and call me an inbred, a freak, and a whore just because I'm from Cornwall in the UK. And you want to know where the fuck Cornwall is? I'll fucking show you where Cornwall is. I'll fucking show you. By the way, Cornwall is a lovely, lovely place to come to. Cornwall is actually the highest tourist attraction spot in the UK. Guess you didn't know that. So Cornwall is basically, if I get up a picture of the UK, this is Cornwall here, southwest England to be exact. Can I get a better one? Yeah, Plymouth, Exeter. This is the Cornish area. And very renowned for our pasties and all. But yeah, I took great offence to the fact that he called me that, which was unnecessary. Even though I did get upset with the fact that people were greatly judging me calling my ship a supercruiser, even though I brought up proof that a supercruiser is. Some supercruisers have like guns of 310 or 305, but then you have something like the Stronghold, which has 283mm guns, and yet it's considered a battleship. But it has battleship armor. So what do you really do? Do you really call it a supercruiser? I guess you do, because not all supercruisers are equal. Some could have weaker armor than others. And all I did was upload a fucking image. I uploaded an image of my ship, and it caused a fucking row. It caused such a row. Is the row my fault? Yes, it is. Of course it's my fault, because, I'm the one that started it. I uploaded the image. I shouldn't have uploaded the image in the first place. I should have kept my mouth shut. I mean, as always, I should have kept my mouth shut. Yeah, this was it. This was it. I uploaded an image, and then for when you upload an image, you can put in like a little description of it. And I put, this is what the main gun layout or will be like for the supercruiser. And this guy said, but you barely have battleship caliber guns, and you have destroyer tier armor. And then I said, a supercruiser doesn't really have good armor, which is true. It is more like heavy cruiser armor. And then what was hilarious was he compared my supercruiser, which has 286mm guns, to the fucking Hood, which is a battleship slash fast, a battle cruiser slash fast battleship, which has 381 15-inch guns. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it started a huge fight, and the fight was my fault. I'll take up my chin and say, the fight was my fault. Do I deserve a ban? Well, probably, yeah. I mean, do I give a shit if I get banned? Not really. Am I at fault? Well, everybody's going to point the finger at me anyway, because I'm the one that started it. And I'll take that on the chin and say, yeah, I started it, because I uploaded the image and I said, oh, this is a super cruiser. But that guy shouldn't have attacked me. He should not have verbally attacked me. And I have fucking proof. Just to show you the proof. Now the problem is I don't exactly know how to whether you message link. And then I'll copy the other. Yeah, copy the other. God fuck it. Yeah, so I can't show the what he said, because I don't want to expose his name. I don't want to expose the other people's names, because that would be wrong. I don't want to expose their names, because that would get me definitely banned. But what I am going to say is that he was in the wrong for attacking me. I didn't really attack him. I didn't attack anybody. I mean, yeah, I may have gotten very hot-headed with the discussion, which then turned into row about if my ship is a super cruiser, a battle cruiser, or battleship. I mean, you know, they even said, "Oh, you're taking realism too far." Like, what the fuck? Of course I'm gonna take it too far,, but I like to build ships which are, semi-realistic. And the types of ships are obviously gonna be fucking realistic. Not everybody's gonna be the fucking same. But yeah, I got really fucking upset that he called me that, and it was disturbing. It was disturbing by what he called me. Um. Anyway, guys, this will be the end of the video. And I'll probably upload another video soon. Probably the Japanese super cruisers or something like that. So I'll see you guys there. Peace.